the Jefferson City Cantorum website. So in order to start, you'll want to log in. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your website URL and you're going to add /wp-admin to the end of your URL. Once you go to wp-admin, it's going to take you to a login screen. I've already logged in, but you'll put in your username and password, and once you do that, you'll end up at this same screen that I'm at now. So what I'm going to point your attention to is everything here in this left column, and we're going to go through and look at the items that you need to use and that you need to update. So updates, we'll start here. These are themes, plugins, things like that. You don't actually have to do anything here. We'll take care of all the updates for your site for you. We do that for all of our clients, but I like to point it out just in case. I'm going to skip past these two things because we're not using them on this site, but the media library is important for you to know because this is where any media on the site is housed. So images, PDFs, MP3s, any of that is going to be located here. You can upload media wherever you're going to use on the rest of the site, but one of the things that you can do is go to media and click add new and edit through here. So you'll click add new and it's going to bring up this box where you can either select or drag files. Once you have them uploaded, each file actually has its own specific URL that you can copy and place in different places. And actually, that's actually helpful in a lot of different ways because you can link directly to one particular media file. Also with images, you can edit them in the site. So you can edit and rotate or crop if you'd like. Anytime you make edits, you just want to make sure you find wherever that save or update button is and hit that anytime that you make edits. So for instance, if I were to rotate or crop this picture, just click save. And again, each thing has its own URL, which I think is important to note. And you can delete media from here, but not a huge deal if you don't. And you can add media in other places throughout the site, so pages, so on and so forth. You can add the media there, but I like to point out that it's here as well. Moving on down, we'll go to forms. Forms are pretty intuitive, so we'll go to this Get in Touch form, and basically you can see these different fields. If I want to add additional fields, I'm going to click Add Fields, find whatever type of field I want to add, and drag it over here, wherever I want it to go. If I want to edit a field that's already here, I click it, and then I can change the label or the description. Probably won't use the descriptions, but you can change the label, or for this particular one, you can also edit the choices that are available. So you can add or subtract things like additional choices. And once you do make any changes, again, just make sure you click Save Form. You can also preview the form and see what it would look like. One cool thing about the newest update for Gravity Forms, the plugin that we use, is that if you click Add New, it's going to pop up with all of these different templates. So you can actually use these templates if you want to create a new form, and it's going to be pretty intuitive and it's going to kind of guide you through the process. If you need to make edits to this form, like I said, you'll just click Edit or click the form. It'll take you to the editor. You can also view the entries through here. Here they are. You can also go back and you can view the form's settings, which form settings are going to have your title, so you can change the title of the form if that's helpful, and you can also change the notification email through here, which I think is also important to note. So I'll click on that notification button, and then I'm going to come in here and I can edit the email, or I can add an additional email through the use of a comma. And anytime you set up a new form, just make sure that the from email is from your URL. It doesn't matter, the front part just has to come from your URL, otherwise we tend to run into issues. Again, click update if you make any changes in these places. And you've got entries and you've got edit to the form here, and all of that stuff is available for you there. Again, forms we'll leave because we don't want to make any changes permanent. And then hovering over it will open up these other menu options. So moving on down, let's take a look at pages. This is going to house all your internal pages, including the home page. So let's go to scroll all the way down and get to the home page and look through how to make edits to the home page. So if you want to make any edits to the home page, you've got these different little sections and quick links. So for this first section, we have a slider and there's short code here. So we're actually, anytime you see this short code, we're not actually editing anything here. It's using something else to place that here. So we'll move on down and go to quick links. You've got your image here that you can remove or edit, and you can change the label from events, and you can change the link. So we've got the image that we can edit or delete, And we've got the meet the chorus item and the link that we can change. So let's say I wanted to add a new one, add a quick link. Click add an image. It's going to take me to the media library. I can either upload files or select one we already have. I can add whatever title I want for the category. And I can either select a link from pages within the site, or I can paste a URL here. And if I decide I don't want it, I can remove it. And again, anytime you make updates, just click update. Looks like we made some edits and we got rid of this section. Then we move down, we've got this countdown. I believe this countdown is set up using an outside site that we use for things like this. So we actually might have to update this one for you. So if you come up to your next performance and want this changed, I think it's 183 days from now, you can go ahead and let us know and we'll update that for you. Moving on down, we have this list of advertisers. So here, this section is edited just like Microsoft Word or Pages. You can change the size of the text, bold, italicize, you can align it differently. And it looks like this section is a 50% section, so I'm gonna show you on the home page. It's this 50% section down here, and it has a gray background. So you can see the 50% section is added here, and the background is gray here. And then under testimonials, we've got another short code. So those testimonials are going to be edited from somewhere else. So you actually don't have to edit anything here. And that's it for the home page. So we're actually going to make edits in other places for a lot of things on the home page, like this and this stuff. That's header and footer stuff. So that's actually on every page, and we're going to edit that somewhere else. But let's go ahead and look. I want to make sure we don't get away from how to edit any of the internal pages. I think they're pretty straightforward, but let's just look just to be sure. So on some of these other pages, like about, history, those type of pages, it works pretty much the same way. We just have less sections. So you kind of just have this copy here. And again, it works just kind of like Microsoft Word, bold, italicize. You can delete things, you can hyperlink things, paste the link here that you would want to link to and click apply. You just make sure you click update. You can add images. You could align it to the left, you can align it to the right, you can delete it. You can, that's pretty much it. That's really the main things. This will expand your toolbar and you can see the other items here. I think a lot of the pages, for instance, these sections, it's gonna look the same. I wanna make sure I didn't miss anything that's funky. Yeah, I don't think there's anything you're going to miss. The join us is going to link to here. Yeah, this is just copy that you edit. And that's pretty much it. So we'll show you how to edit some of these things really quick, but that's really it. You'll just find the page you're looking for. Leave, because we're not going to save any of those edits. Find the page you're looking for. So let's say we want to look at let's go to the scholarship page. Again, just click in this page section, can edit the image. I can update any of this copy that I want, and I'll click update if I make any changes. So I'm going to keep moving down and showing you the other parts of the site. So under testimonials, this was on the home page, those testimonials that show up on the home page here. This is edited through testimonials over here in the left-hand column. So basically you can see all of these different items. All you have to do is click into the testimonial. You can change the name, you can change the copy here. You want the full name here. And I think that's it. So you can edit these as they come up and just click update. But I think, yeah, that's it. So just click in testimonials. You can click add new here, or you can click add new here, or you can edit the ones that are already here. Again, you can click add new. It's going to give you a title. you're going to want to put their full name, and then you're going to want to put the content right here, and you'll just click publish. We'll skip past comments because we don't have comments on anything available. And then in the MP3 Player section, this is where we have these different playlists that are going to be in use on the site. So let's click into member 1 list. So what you're going to do is scroll down till you see these tracks and see these track lists. They've got these little arrows that I can collapse or decollapse, and I can add another track. I can click add track, click local MP3, and add or upload file. It's going to take me back to the media library, so I can either upload or I can select one of the files that's already there, or I can delete it if I don't want that one. And then once you make any changes, just click update. If I click add new playlist, the same idea is going to stand. You'll just scroll down, add your tracks. So let's take a look at the page where these are located. I believe it's the members rehearsal tracks and parts. So this is the members playlist is in place. So member playlist, you can come over here. I'm going to open this. Oops, not that. We want this. Come over here. And you've got member list 1 and 2. And you'll just edit them from here. Let me look at this page really quick. So you've got member list 1 and member list 2 both on this page. So if you add any additional playlists, like I showed you before where you would click add new playlist, the only thing you'll want to do is make sure that you select the playlist category as member playlist, and it will show up on that page. So all you have to do is select member playlist over here. So if I add a new playlist, add new playlist, make sure I select member playlist. And if I just want to add to one of these lists that's already here, I just scroll all the way down and add tracks, or I can remove tracks. And just make sure you click update if you make any changes. If you run into questions or you're not sure what's going on, you can ask us and we can help with that as well. So I'm going to move down to Foo Gallery. I don't think this is in use. No, it's not. Ultimate Member, I don't think there's anything you need to do here because I think you are able to review these through your email. So I'm not going to go over this, but if you have questions about reviewing members, adding members, things like that, please let us know. Moving to appearance. There's 2 things here that we want to look at, and that's widgets and menus, and I'm going to go ahead and open up a tab for each. Under widgets, this is going to be your header and footer, so the stuff that appears on every single page. You've got your logo, and then in the footer you have this visual editor that has this get in touch with the email and call us. This can be edited. Again, you just click save. And then we have this form in the bottom as well, but the form is edited through forms, which we already talked about. So this would be pretty much the only area that you would edit through widgets. Then under menus, you come over here, and this is all of your main menu items. So if you add any new pages, they're going to show up under most recent, and you can click whichever one you want and click add to menu. It'll show up at the bottom, and you just drag it wherever you want it to go. And if you want, you can select it and edit the label. You can actually add custom links to outside websites, and you can also remove it. Again, just click save if you make any changes. That's most everything there. Under plugins, these are what is in use on your site that's making your site work and function. If you have questions about any of them, let us know. If you want to add new ones, we can probably provide some insight and feedback on that kind of thing if you want it. Under users, so this is where all your users, I'm not going to save the changes because we don't need them. This is where all the users are going to be housed. So this is going to be where you can delete reset passwords for individuals if they need it. You would just click in and you can edit the password. You can also edit your own admin password here as well. If you have questions about users, let us know. I don't think you're going to need to go into people's profiles too much, but this is where that would be located. So you can send the password reset through here as well if people need that. Gonna keep moving down. I don't think you guys are using any accordions. Nope. So the only other thing that we really want to look at is slider revolution, and this is what's in use on that home page with the images. I'm pretty sure that's the only place. Yep. So we'll take a look and we'll click the pencil here, and that's going to open the editor for us. And so what we have is a slide. Looks like we have 4 different slides, and the copy, if you click, can be edited over here. This little button, you can edit the information, or you can also edit the link if you want to change the link. Oh, looks like it's linking to a PDF. Looks like we need to update that for you. So basically, one way that I like to do slider revolution is just duplicate slides that are already there. So now I have a duplicate of this slide, and I can kind of play around, move things around if I want to. So that new slide's going to show up at the bottom. I'm going to click this eyeball to make it invisible. And now I can kind of click things. I can change the copy. I can change the style, the height. I can change the font. I can change anything, as well as the background, which was this image that I think is like lightning. So I can upload a new like stock image or whatever and select any image, and that will be my new background image. So we don't want to save those changes, so we're not going to. And same goes for these other slides. If you want to duplicate what's already there, you can duplicate it here, you can delete, or you can make invisible, and then you can kind of just play around with the copy, changing the size, changing the font, and changing the background image. So that's under slide option, background. Or you can kind of leave it the same and just basically go in and change this to say the name of your new concert, the new date, and then the new link to the poster. If you just want to keep it exactly the same, that's fine too. And just be sure to click save anytime you make any edits. So that's pretty much everything. We went over all the main items on the site, and we've gone through how to make edits, how to add media, how to add the songs, how to add the background images. If you run into questions or need additional help, let us know. We're happy to help. And hopefully that'll carry you through and get you through the changes that you need to make. But let us know if there's other things that you need help with.